What's up, my fellow shaman enjoyers? It's Tython here, and in this video I'm gonna go over all the new runes, the confirmed and data mine ones, some talents that I'll probably run for PvP and maybe for PvE, because as you guys probably don't know, I did not raid at all in phase 2. Part of it was I wasn't really enjoying the direction of Sod, and really it's just because I didn't have enough time. But I'll try to get some raiding in, and I would like to stream and record some raids as Ellie and as Resto. Oh, and as Enhancement, because I still have to play as Enhancement. I've been hearing everybody saying it's been pretty OP and pretty crazy right now. So, starting off for runes. So the first two confirmed runes, Mental Dexterity. Dealing damage with your melee weapons increases your attack power by 100% of your intellect, and your spell damage and healing by 30% of your total attack power. So, apparently this is just going to make an enhanced shamans even more crazy than they are right now. I definitely have to test this and give it a try. The description on it, I guess it's basically saying everything that we use as stat priority as shamans you'll basically benefit from. So we need intellect, which will buff your attack power, which will also buff your spell damage and healing. Alright, next, Riptide. Heals a friendly target for 635 to 691. Yeah, so this is the same spell that we get in Wrath. It's basically just a heal over time, a hot, and it'll consume the chain heal if you use it on that target. So this is going to be really good for really all classes. Like, this isn't just like a resto PvE talent. As Ellie, that's going to be really nice, so we don't have to stop and heal all the time, which reduces our chances of getting locked in nature. And this is going to be great for Enhance. Alright, so all the runes from here on out are unconfirmed. And the next one is a head slot rune called Burn, and it makes your flame shock strike up to 3 targets. This is going to be really good in terms of more power surge chances. So basically it goes from 5% to 15% if you hit at least 3 people. Alright, next is another head slot rune called Tidal Waves. When you cast Chain Heal or Riptide, you gain 2 charges, reduces the cast time of Healing Wave, and increases crit of lesser healing. Okay, so that's not a bad resto talent. And you also could use this in World PvP as Ellie. Alright, next is Overcharge. These are wrist runes now. Your lightning shield never loses charges, now has 1 second cooldown and deals damage to all enemies within 8 yards. This is really good, as obviously this is a nice tank rune. This just gives you more AoE threat, but I can see you using this as Enhance. Rolling Thunder. So this is a very nice rune, and I believe this is introduced in Cataclysm. Your lightning bolt and chain lightning have a 30% chance to add an additional charge to your active lightning shield, up to a maximum of 9 charges. Earthshock now releases all lightning shield charges above 3, dealing their damage to the target and energizing you for 2% of your maximum mana. Yeah, this is going to be, so in general as Ellie PvE you want to use this. Now for PvP, this is just crazy. I see it's only 30%, and Cataclysm, I think, like anytime you use your Chain Lightning, you automatically get a stack. And I think you get it sometimes with Lightning Bolt too. But if you guys don't know, well, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know, Earthshock hits insanely hard. And you benefit like 100% of your spell damage from like Lightning Shield. I forgot how the math works with that, but your Lightning Shield is really strong. So getting 9 charges and then using Earthshock, like it benefits us, but this is kind of why I wasn't really enjoying Sod. This may be very overtuned. Like, I really hope they find a way to balance all of this, which seems like they've been struggling with balancing lately. So I know this helps us as shamans, but in the long run, all of these runes and effects are they're a bit too overwhelming, but we'll see how it plays out. And then next is Static Shock, another wrist rune. Your lightning shield now has 9 charges, and your melee attacks have 6% chance to trigger one of those charges, immediately damaging. So this seems kind of underwhelming to the other risk runes, but I can still see a place for it. Most likely for like enhance or tanking. Now for talent builds and my rune setups. So starting with elemental, this is gonna be similar to my phase 2 builds. I'm just gonna build upon it. So I think for elemental, like the general cookie cutter build is concussion, call of flame, and then usually getting like 2 points here for mana. Let's see, clear casting, call of thunder, eye of the storm, and then usually people here kind of venture off to do what they want to do. Usually I get like reverberation here, storm reach, elemental fury. Some people put like 1 point here, a little bit more reverberation, more convection. You kind of have free reign to get to the next point. Then lightning mastery and then elemental mastery. So now we're gonna be able to go into our other tree, Ellie Resto. So title focused, ancestral healing, totemic focus, and that will be it for phase 3. Oh, I like how they capped it off. That's cool. Alright, so for the head rune, I'll probably run burn, chest. Right now we're using overload, wrist. So I like rolling thunder, but it is only 30%. It in the long run, like if you're in a, you know, just a 1v1 in world PvP or just in BGs, I don't know how much you're gonna be able to cast. Well, I know at least for me, people do not let me cast. Like as soon as I get on a battle in a battleground or I'm in world PvP, people instantly target me, even if there's like 10 people. So I don't know how good rolling thunder would be for me, but if you're just like free casting, then yes, I would go rolling thunder. But I'll probably go riptide because I get focused so much, and this will help with off healing, so I don't have to sit there and use lesser healing wave all the time. For hands, right now we're using lava burst, obviously, waist, power surge, legs. So I heard rock biters getting nerfed, which that would affect the way of earth. Well, I'm assuming that like if they're nerfing rock biter, they might nerf way of earth. And just in general, even if they don't, I kind of want to start using earth shield. That's gonna help with pushback, and that also heals you, meaning you don't have to heal as much even more. So you have earth shield and riptide healing you. So I want to go earth shield. We'll see how that plays out, especially with the new PvP gear, so we may not always need like Way of Earth to help mitigate damage. And then for feet, Decoy Totem. So this would be elemental PvP. For PvE, you'll probably just take convection, and then you probably wouldn't take improved fire totems. And that's pretty much it. With PvE now, where is that at? With Rolling Thunder, yeah. So for PvE, I would run this setup, except instead of Riptide, Rolling Thunder. And then for the head, yeah, I would still use Burn. Now, I haven't played Enhancement, so I don't want to give you guys like a build when I don't have the experience for it. But at least for the runes, I have a pretty good idea of what I would run. Mental Dexterity, Chest. If you're two-handed, obviously two-handed Mastery. And if not, Dual Wield. Which I'm assuming most of y'all like two-handed, but I've heard Dual Wield is better. Wrist. So here, as Enhance, if I was Enhanced in World PvP, I would still use like Riptide in PvP in general. But like in a big BG setting or in a PvE environment, probably would run Static Shock. Your life shots 9 charges. Yeah, this seems pretty. I think Static Shock would be good for like enhanced DPS in PvP and PvE. Hands, you guys are probably using like Lava Lash or Water Shield. Waist, Maelstrom Weapon, I'm pretty sure that's what you guys use. Way of Earth, and then Decoy Totem. Alright, and now for Resto, I know I'm I'm one of the odd people that actually like healing. I think I just love everything with Shaman. But for restoration, I would probably go title focus. Oh well, I remember if I was healing resto, we have a lot of good ways to regain mana, so I'll probably go improved healing wave, ancestral healing, totemic focus, totemic mastery. I'm trying to remember what I did here. I don't think threat is that big of an issue, so I'll probably go healing focus. Like, I don't think you really pull threat that much, but it wouldn't hurt to go here if you wanted to, but I don't think I would do that. Title mastery, nature swiftness. So healing way is going to be really good, especially with, what's that head rune? I think, which reduces the cast of your healing wave by 30%. Yeah, I think that's really good to have. And then you can get that point there. Purification. A few more points here. Maybe finish that out. And then, yeah, so I put a lot of points into resto. But I only do that because after this, you really only need ancestral knowledge. That's usually all I do. And then if you wanted to, I guess put a point there, or like start putting a point here, healing grace. And then for the head, tidal waves, chest. I've heard there's a change coming with healing rain that might take away its cooldown, like it's a set bonus. So if you have that, obviously I would run healing rain, but in general for now, overload, wrist, riptide, hands, water shield, yeah, power surge just to have that. For the waist, for the leg, shamanistic rage, and then ancestral awakening. So I know for sure this is what I would run as restoration. Alright, here's a quick look of the gear I would hope to have. I know I probably won't get a good bit of these, but the main thing I'm aiming for is the 6 out of 6 PvP set. The 3 set bonus gives plus 15 stamina, and then the full set gives an extra 18 damage and healing. So also ignore some of these enchants. I don't know if I would go for these or if they're even going to be available. But this is like what I would hope to have. And then there's some enchants missing here I'll probably fill in. But yeah, I'm assuming some of these are like new items. Yeah, I think this is a new item. I think this is in Noma right now. Yeah, oh well, never mind. That might be a new item too. Yeah. This rain, I think that's a new item. So yeah, basically, I don't know if I'll raid again, like from phase 2. If I have time, I'll raid and I'll record it and then just show it to you guys. But for sure, I'm gonna go for like the 6 out of 6 set. I think if you go for that, you should be fine in PvP. Like, you shouldn't get bursted down as much as we were in phase 2. And this is also going to really help with all of our new runes, like Riptide, and then I'll probably run this with like Riptide and then swap to Earth Shield instead of Way of Earth. All these new PvP items give a lot of stamina, 18 stamina, 11. Yeah, this is going to be really good. And it's part of the reason why I even considered coming back. But at the end of the day, this is just a temporary fix. They really need to address like the damage coefficients for all spells, because the way scaling works in vanilla, once we get to 60, like we were already hitting harder at level 40 compared, or not harder, but just as much as what we usually would hit at level 60, even more so than a fresh level 60. So our stamina is pretty similar to normal vanilla, yet we have way more damage. So they really need to address the damage coefficients. And I'll see how this PvP gear works, but this is definitely a temporary fix. This is not going to help us long term. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to take it too serious because it is all just a test and like a huge beta to see how this all works. But if Blizzard is listening and wanted feedback, I would definitely address the damage at its core, not just giving us stamina. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to start doing more videos like this and try to do more like commentary videos. I'm supposed to be getting a new mic soon, so once I do that, that should hopefully improve the quality of these videos also. I appreciate you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in phase 3.